Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be a tag video. I'm going to be doing my makeup today using old favorites. So I'm going to be using things that I used in the very beginning of my channel and things that I loved way back in the day and see if I still love them. I'm really excited to kind of do this with you and we will see what I still like. Obviously using so many different products, things that I might have loved before and maybe not love so much right now, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead and hop right in. So first I'm going to pin back my hair like always. Get all this out of my face. I used to prep my face all the time with Urban Decay Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Spray. It's really good for redness in the skin and I used to use this non-stop and pretty much used it in every video then like 2014. So I'm going to use this today and we'll see if I still like it. I don't see why not, but I've used so many different products, so we'll see. So it still feels really nice. It's a nice mist. It doesn't spray like directly on me and it still smells really good, so I still definitely like this. I feel like I should incorporate this more into my videos now because I do have a couple of backups, so I should probably use them. I just, never reach for them because there's so many other things that I've been using lately. So I always double primed. I used to use my complexion spray as my primer. Then I used to use Professional. I still love this stuff. I think it works really well. I mean, it's kind of a tried and true. It fills in all the pores before you put on your foundation. So definitely all about it. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Let's see what the consistency's like. I think my favorite one now is the Makeup Forever One Step or the Stilo One Step. It's a green primer for red skin. This one is not, so we'll see. This one definitely is a little thicker. It's a little tacky too. I definitely have moved on from this. The feeling on my skin and hands, it's like so tacky and I don't know how I ever wore this on my skin. I guess we're gonna do foundation first. I mean, what do you think? Very beginning of my channel, I couldn't afford obviously nicer or higher end foundations, so I always was more about the drugstore or affordable option. And my one tried and true for like a good year of 2014 was a Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation, and this one is in soft beige and it looks like this. I never reach for this anymore and it expires 6 of 2017, so I should probably use it. But I don't like it because there's no pump and it's messy, but I still like the product inside. I used to slather this all over my skin and really give it like nice full coverage. I'm gonna use a generic no-name kabuki brush. I used to love it because it was more of a matte finish, but it wasn't overly drying and it wouldn't cling to everything. So that's why I really liked it, and it had a nice smell to it. It wasn't like overly fragrant. The coverage is still good so far. And I like this color, the 200, because it really matched my skin tone as well. So now that the foundation's on, let's talk about concealer. I did use a couple of different concealers in the very beginning of my channel. The first one is Boing, and this one is from Benefit. This is called they say that it is industrial strength concealer, and this is in number 2. As you can see, I've hit pan on it. Little pan spins. It's awful. And this stuff is like high coverage. And I used to put this on my breakouts, which I'll go ahead and do today because I've got a little one on my chin. And I used to just blot it out. I didn't have like a beauty blender or anything because, that wasn't like a thing. So I used to just old school tap it out. And then for under my eyes, I used to use the tried and true. Everybody knows that this is the most affordable brand ever and it works really well, is the Fit Me concealer, and this one is old school. As you can see, it doesn't say the new labeling, it's like the old school stuff. This one is in light number 10. So we're gonna go ahead and use this under the eyes and we'll hopefully not get cake face. We're gonna try real hard. I rarely use this anymore. There's so many other great things out right now, concealer wise, that I just never pull for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and dab this out with my kabuki because again, I didn't have a beauty blender back then. We used to do this old school either with our fingers or with a kabuki brush. So I'm just gonna do it for the sake of time with my kabuki brush. And it's so funny because it was never lightening or brightening underneath the eyes. It was all just about concealing. My skin feels so tacky right now. Oh my god, I gotta set this down. So what I'm gonna set it down with was a couple of things. I used to use the Bare Minerals Touch Up Veil in Translucent, and it looks like this way back in the day. What I'm gonna do is take a setting brush and set my under eye with this. And I used to just set underneath here, just a little bit with this, and then my eyes. When I started my channel, the only palette I really had eyeshadow wise was a gift that I had gotten about the year before, and what I'm talking about is the Naked palette. This thing has been loved and used and abused. As you can see, it's been panned on these two shadows. This one has a huge dent in it. It's just a mess. I still love this palette and I never reach for it even though I should. I still love it because of all of the original colors. It's a staple for everyone's makeup collection. So I'm going to use that in this tutorial today, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, okay? So we are going to start off with, we're going to use Naked today. I feel like I've used so many palettes since this palette, and this is a great starter palette for me just because they were pretty decently pigmented and there was a lot of colors to pick from. You can really blend out the shadows. They weren't too chalky and they had some pigmentation to them. I'm going to start off here with Naked, and we're just going to put that in the crease like I used to do way back in the day. Just work it all the way through the crease. And of course I had no skills back then at all. I kind of just winging it, faking it until I made it. Definitely not a makeup artist, just a makeup enthusiast is what I like to say. I do have some girls who message me on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, and they always ask me, how long have you been a makeup artist? And I'm like, no. Cosmetologist, yes. Makeup artist, no. This is just for fun and I'm just an enthusiast. I always tell them, if I can do it, you can do it. It's just about practice. Okay, so now that we've got that in the crease, horrible right here, and right here it's already creasing. I remember why I stopped using that. I'm gonna go in with Buck. It's a little bit darker. As you can see, I've loved it to death. And I'm gonna go in and just deepen up the crease, but keep it a little lower. And this isn't gonna be anything revolutionary or mind-blowing or anything like that. This is just gonna be a basic neutral eye with the Naked palette. Working at Ulta at the time, and we couldn't even keep it in stock. And then the 2 came out, and that was a big thing, and I think the first one got more love even when the second one came out because everybody wanted both of them. Definitely a huge thing back in the day when I was working back at Ulta. Okay, so now that that's on, I think I'm gonna go into Hustle right here, and I'm gonna put that in the crease just to darken it just a little bit with a more precise brush. And I'm using a Sigma Blending E25 brush. Go back in with my first brush and just blend out those edges. This is a Wet n Wild crease brush, just if you wanted to know. So the flat brush I'm going in with today is the Sigma Shading E55 brush, and I'm going to pack on, what am I going to do today? You guys think this one or this one? I think I'm going to go with this guy. I want it to be a little bit brighter. So I'm going to put this on the lid, and I'm not being too precise. I'm just going to pat it on. These have crazy amounts of fallout. I really wish I would have done my eyes first and my makeup second, but you live, you learn. Oh my god. It's becoming a mess. I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush, blend that out. Okay, now whatever's left of virgin that I have in here, I'm gonna try to put this on my brow bone and my inner corner. It is dead, but I'm gonna try to get in these little corners. I'm gonna take a Morphe E19 brush. Just blend that out. Oh yeah. Looking like 2014 up in here. Oh my god. This is gonna be a freaking mess. Alright. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Buck on a more precise brush. It's going to run that underneath the lower lash line. A little bit of Naked. Let's see here. This is something I used to use all the time, and I used to make my eyes really dark in the waterline and tight line, and I used to use the Maybelline's Define a Line in Ebony Black, and it had a little smudger on the other end. As you can tell, I used to smudge that underneath when it was in my waterline, so I'm going to go ahead and just run this where we're used to in my tight line. I don't know if they even make this eyeliner anymore, but this is what I used to use all the time. So unfortunately I don't have an old school mascara. What I used to use is the Maybelline, oh gosh, it's the little pink and green one. I'll put a picture of it. That's what I used to use all the time. But today I'm just going to be using my CoverGirl So Lashy mascara. Okay, so I'm going to leave that dot right there until it dries, and then I'll just kind of push it away. So the lashes that I used to use all the time were the Demi Wispies, and these ones like this. These are the only ones I could find, and they have kind of a purple hue to them. I guess they're supposed to enhance your eyes, so I'm going to use these today. With the black mascara, I doubt it'll matter what color they are. I always like these ones because they had an invisible band. They're really easy to use and they were flexible. So as you can see, they're really lightweight and they kind of feather out, so it gives you more of that cat eye. I used to love these, and I buy them in bulk. I swear to God, I used to use them all the time, and there's so many new ones that I like a lot more now, but I always like to go back to these just to, you know, kind of remind myself how much I used to love them, especially if you can't get your hands on, you know, these mink lashes that are like $50 a pair. It's crazy. I mean, you're still going to get a great look wearing some Demi Wispies from Ardell. So let's talk about brows. I used to use this so often, and this is the Makeup Revolution Bulletproof Professional Makeup. Looks like that. Oh my god, I haven't used this in so long. And it came with all of this. So I loved it. I used to use it all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Morphe R44 brush, and I'm just going to go into the powder, start kind of tackling these brows. Cool. This powder is still really good. I'm actually quite impressed. I used to use the Maybelline Clear Mascara as brow gel, and I'll put it right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. What I'm going to do is just set this down with some clear brow gel that I already have. But that other one is something I used to use all the time, and I used to buy it for like $3. And honestly, it worked really well. And it was just like a clear mascara because it's just like the brow gel from ABH. I'm going to zoom you out and we're going to finish the face. So the bronzer that I used to use was from Ulta, and this one is called Ulta Mineral Bronzer, and this is the only one I could find back in the day that did not have shimmer and glitter and crap in it, and obviously I loved it to death. I go back to my Sigma large angle contour brush, and this is F40. This is the brush I used to use in every video. I used to love this brush. Oh my god, it's so orange. Oh, I can't believe I used to use this. And I was fair, or as fair as I am right now, so you can only imagine I used to walk out of the house all orange. I thought I was cute. And looking back at pictures, like, what the heck was I thinking? Okay, so baking was not a thing back in the day. It kind of just started, about a year ago? Or it became a big deal to go ahead and bake. So I'm just going to leave it. And what I used to do is just take my concealer brush or my foundation brush and just kind of clean up whatever I didn't like. So the blush I used to use was Benefits Dallas, and it looks like this. I used to love this blush because it was just that mauvey pink color, and it's so universal. I use a stipple brush, and this one is from Face Secrets, and it says it's a bronzer brush, but I'm going to use it for this. And I used to just do this with a stipple brush. And then for highlight, I'm going to use the Goddess of Love Triple Bake Highlight from I Love Makeup. and it looks like this on the inside. I'm gonna use the same brush. Oh yeah. So there was a few things that I used for my lips back in the day that was huge when I first started YouTube, and that was Strip Down and Velvet Teddy. So we're going to use these today. So now I'm going to take Velvet Teddy. I haven't used this color or even like thought about this color in years. And this one is a matte finish from MAC. I'm going to go ahead and go in and clean up the edges. I'll go ahead and zoom you in so you can see a little bit closer. Most of these products I definitely don't reach for at all anymore. There are some ones that are staple makeup products and are staples in a lot of makeup collections. I feel like I would use a lot of the products except for the foundation and the concealer. I just think there's better things on the market right now. Maybe not the bronzer, because the bronzers are royal orange unless I had a fake tan on. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more tag videos, please let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.